Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So today I was actually just about to start kind of touching up my makeup for the day, fixing a couple of things that have kind of faded away, and I was thinking this can actually be a kind of informative video that I think a lot of people would like to enjoy or kind of take some tips into account. So I had work at 8 a.m. this morning, so I was up since like 7 o'clock. I've had this makeup on since then, about 7 o'clock, and right now it's about 4:34 p.m. And I figured that I'm going to be going out a little bit later with my boyfriend. I have to make a return, and I think we're going to get smoothies later, and I just wanted to kind of touch up my makeup. As you can see, I have some blemishes peeking through, bronzer has faded, blush has faded, my eyeshadow has kind of creased, my eyelashes have fallen, and I just wanted to show you how I kind of like touch up my makeup for the day and just feel a little bit better and just kind of make everything look a little bit better kind of at this midway point throughout the day. So the first thing that I like to do normally is actually just touch up my concealer, and I don't think today I actually even put any concealer on. I think I just used a little bit of bronzer and blush, and then I think I maybe put some on my nose. So what I'm actually going to do is just take a little bit of my NYX Marshmallow Primer, and this is the new one, and this is like a little bit more smoothing than like a typical hydrating primer. So what I like to do is just take a little bit of this on my fingers, and I'll just put this kind of over my nose and my cheeks where I have a little bit of like a bigger issue with pores. I don't really have too big of an issue with pores, but if I do, it's kind of in that area. And then I'll just take it up throughout my T-zone, and you can see that just brings a little bit of life back into my face already, which is really nice. And then what I'm going to do is go in with like a kind of really hydrating concealer. So I'm just taking the Kokie Be Bright Illuminating Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. I actually got this in my Ipsy bag, and this is so good. I got this a couple of months ago, and I'm definitely going to repurchase this once I use it up. I'm just taking that, I'm going to put that under my eyes. I have a little blemish here, a little bit on my nose, and just cover up any spots that need a little bit of extra help right now. Then I'm just taking my IT Cosmetics foundation brush. This is the Airbrush Blurring Foundation, and then I'm just going to really lightly buff that out. So I just blended a little bit of that in. You can see I have a little bit more coverage, added a little bit of glow to my face, and then what I like to do is instead of using like a loose powder, which is what I would typically do, I'm going to go into a little bit of like a more illuminating powder when that's a little bit softer. So I'm going to go in with my Hourglass finishing powder, and this is in Soft Light. I just take that on this little brush from Bling Brushes, and then I'll just kind of really lightly set where I put that concealer. I normally wouldn't use, like I was mentioning, a loose powder again, just because I want this to be very subtle and very natural, and I don't want to cake up anything just in case I already did have like foundation or powder or anything on already. This is just to kind of touch up and give myself a little bit more coverage. Alright, now I'm going to go into a little bit of bronzer. I'm just taking this Nabla bronzer in the shade Ombre, and I'm taking my Ulta Beauty bronzer brush, and then I'm just going to re-bronze because my bronzer has at this point completely faded. So I'm just going to retouch up my face powders, which I think is the easiest way to bring life back into your makeup. And then I'll just take that kind of over my nose as well, where I would sort of put blush. Then I just like to take a little bit of like a more glowy blush. This case I'm taking the Ciate Date Night blush. This is one of their like shimmery ones that have the highlight kind of running through it, and I'm going to take that on my blush brush and then just tap that on my cheeks. And this kind of acts as like my highlight and my blush because this is a very glowy blush, which is why I think it's like a really great one to just freshen up and bring life back. Even if you didn't want to reapply like your concealer or powder or anything, just adding a little bit of that bronzer and a glowy blush if it's all kind of worn away throughout the day. You can see already it looks like I've like completely redone my makeup, but I've only been filming for like less than 5 minutes at this point. Then what I'll do is just go back into my same bronzer that I've been using, take an eyeshadow brush, and just kind of go over whatever eyeshadow I had on, which today I did have brown eyeshadow on, so it's easy to kind of touch that up. If you were having like a more colorful look on, then I would say you wouldn't even need to retouch it. Maybe just like add another layer of your mascara or re-add whatever shimmer you had on your lid just to kind of bring that back. But I just had some brown eyeshadow on, so I'm just going to re-add a little bit of my bronzer. through my crease, and that will just get rid of some of like the creasing that I had on my lids from earlier. And I just wiped off my lips, and then I'm taking my favorite lip shade. This is the Tarte Buttered Rum. This is one of their like juicy lips. You can see I'm almost out of this one, which I'm really sad about, but this is like one of my favorite lip colors. Just adds a really nice tint and shine and gloss to my lips, which is really great, again, for giving me just the kind of like refreshed makeup look. Then this next step, I mean, I don't know if I would like promote it, but what I like to actually do is just recurl my eyelashes. I know that this can be a little bit dangerous because your mascara can get stuck to your eyelash curler, so just be extra careful if you do this step. Sometimes I don't even recurl them. I'll just add another layer of mascara on top and it'll like completely revive how the lashes look. So this is what they're looking like right now. And this is just with a quick curl and second coat of mascara. Last step that I like to do is just take a tinted brow gel and just run that through my brows just to get out any powder or anything that may have fallen in while we were doing the rest of my makeup. And I'm just taking the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. And that is it. So this is my makeup, just all refreshed. You can see I covered up a bunch of my blemishes, added a bit of life back in, retouched up my eyelashes, added like a bit of a tinted lip balm just to kind of make everything look like it's all brand new and refreshed. And then of course if you have oily skin, all you really need to do is retouch up your eye makeup, add a lip, and then just powder like middle of your forehead, maybe add some blush if it's faded away. But typically if you have oily skin, your products will kind of like stick to you a little bit more, which is what I've kind of seen from people who do. And sometimes even what I'll do, instead of just reapplying like concealer and doing the powder with Hourglass one, I'll just take my MAC Fix Plus Studio Fix powder, and I'll just take a little bit of this on like a foundation brush, and I'll just brush that over my face, add some setting spray, and then do my bronzer and my blush over that. And that just also adds a little bit more coverage to everything. So that was another kind of technique that I like to do, but this is what I did today, and I think it came out really good. You can see I look hydrated, I don't look dry, I don't look kind of cakey after doing everything. It's just a really light retouch of your makeup. That way it's kind of revived throughout the day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I hope this was helpful. This is just a little extra video for the week. I do plan on maybe doing like a brush declutter, and then I also have another video that involves some of my friends coming up, so I hope you guys enjoy watching this. Again, stay tuned for my next couple of videos. They're going to be exciting, so I will see you in my next one. Thank you again. Have a good day. Bye!